Hello and welcome to Experiencing Love. I'm your host, Philip Jocks, and I am so glad that you're here. Today's episode, well, you might not fully agree with, at least until the end. So if you're willing to feel a little bit challenged in the way that you think, stick around. I know it'll be worth it. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, you might not like this one, but maybe it'll help you as much as it helped me. Just consider this. You might be the problem. It's not anybody else. It's not a place. It's not even a certain situation or scenario or thing that keeps happening. Maybe, just maybe, you're the problem. And before you click away, let me explain. I talk to myself like this when I notice something going wrong over and over again. Sometimes I even use this the first time that something's going wrong and I'm not feeling well or I feel off. And the reason I use this language is very specific. When I tell myself I'm the problem, it helps me take responsibility and choose a new perspective. Because this is one thing that I believe. I believe there is always some role we play in whatever situation has us feeling down, in whatever situation has us feeling upset. Yeah, someone else might have done something to you, someone else might have hurt you, but at the end of the day, no matter what you try to tell me, you're never going to be 0% at fault. In the same way, you're never going to be 100% at fault. There is a shared responsibility always. So I use this way of thinking of, oh, I'm the problem, to help me try to find, okay, you know what? In what ways am I the problem? In what ways can I improve? Sometimes by acknowledging you being a problem, the rough feelings might not fully go away, or the issue at hand might not fully go away, but you will learn something that might prevent it from happening as often in the future. Maybe if you're lucky, it will make the problems go away. Sometimes your problem could be faulty thinking. Your beliefs and values are out of whack. You have things that you believe in that are just assumptions, and they're holding you back. Maybe by changing things up, you'll find that you respond to other people kinder. You'll respond to them with more compassion, more love, and it's just easier to not get so angry, not get so upset. The reason I talk about this today is because I know some people in my life that it feels like whenever I talk to them, they always have something to nitpick. They always have something to criticize. They always have something to complain about. And I'm not the type of person that will tell them what they have to do or how they have to do it to change their lives. Yeah, I have advice I may give, but whether they take it or not is up to them, not me. I am the type of person, though, that I will stop listening after a certain amount of time because I don't like being around that type of constant negativity with no solution in sight. If you have a problem, I would love to be a soundboard for ideas. I would love to be a shoulder to cry on if it calls for it. But if it's something in your life that happens again and again, and it's something that is preventable, that you claim you don't like, but then you do nothing about, that's where I have a little bit of a problem. And so when that comes up, I know I ask myself, okay, Philip, you're the problem. What can you do? Sometimes the problem is I listen too much and I don't say how I really feel or how I really think. But I know that whenever I hear things like this, I have opinions, I have perspectives, I have points of view that they don't have. And I do often see that people who live their lives like this can have a problem, can have an issue with anything, anybody, at any time. And I just start to notice that, the only common denominator between all of these things happening and how they're reacting is that person. If you have a string of jobs that you think are terrible, yeah, maybe they are. But say at these jobs, you always have a problem with your manager, with your boss, with whoever it is that's above you. And you've tried different industries, you've tried different roles, or maybe you've just tried different people, same role, but completely different personalities. If you tell me that every single manager is a problem, I stop thinking that it's the manager and I start questioning, not accusing, but questioning, maybe it might be the person. So this one might be tough for you to hear if it's you. Is there anything going on in your life that you could think of where you're the problem? And how can you go from being the problem to being the solution? What could you do differently? What could you try differently? Who can you talk to, or how can you talk to the people around you in a different way? I know that there's a solution out there, and being a problem solver and being resourceful is a skill set in itself, one that has to be practiced. Some people maybe are more naturally attuned to this, but it's not impossible for anyone, which is why I'm saying that what I want for you is to treat your problems, to treat the things going wrong in your life as opportunities, as moments of blessings or gifts, where you could say, oh, you know what? I could try this differently. All you need to do is experience this once. Like, have it work once. Because as soon as you know that thinking differently and seeing your problems as questions without answers or potential solutions, everything seems to melt away. I remind myself that I'm the problem so that I take control, I take back my power, and I decide when I want to be the solution. The longer you blame other people, the longer you blame other things, the longer you say that it's not your fault, it's someone else, is time spent giving away your power, giving away your control. Because if someone else is the problem, then guess what? You don't have to find the solution. You don't have to change, but you expect everybody else to change. And let's face it, everybody will change eventually, but who's to say it's for the better? If I have a rough coworker, or if I have a rough boss, my goal is to find a way to upgrade my own skills, to upgrade myself, so that if things get worse, I can get even stronger. Of course, the best case scenario is things get better, but they won't always get better. If you want things to get better, you gotta get better, period. So let's go out there and make that happen. I know, a little bit of a different episode today. Maybe not as encouraging, but it is one that's kind of real. It might be real to you, or it might be real to someone in your life. So if it is, send this their way if you're feeling brave enough. Again, they might not love it, but maybe this is just one solution, one option. Either way, believe me when I say that I do want what's best for you. I just want you to learn, I just want you to grow, and I want you to experience that love that I know we're all capable of experiencing. I don't want you to hold yourself back by blame and complaints and criticism. Sometimes just a little bit of awareness, admiration, appreciation is all it takes to make a bad day turn good. So until next time, just remember to always fill up with the love, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.